What's up, action takers, the community of doers? I hope you're doing fine. Episode 18, week 18, 52 weeks, here we come. Now, I was watching a conversation the other day and something came to my attention, which I want us to discuss and draw some conclusions which I think they are very, very profound to how we approach opportunity and how we approach the whole issue to do with just what we make aware to ourselves on a day-to-day basis. And probably some of you have encountered with this, but allow me just to expound and look at it from a different door and just see how we can be able to actually enhance how we apply it in our day-to-day lives and how we can actually leverage on it as much as possible. And I want to talk about the red car theory. And for context, it explains the fact that if I would tell you right now that for every red car that you see tomorrow, I'm going to give you 100 shillings. I bet you're going to count all the red cars that you are going to encounter. Contrary to that is, if I ask you right now, how many red cars did you see today? Probably you can't even remember of any red car that you saw. Or tell me the model of a red car that you saw today. That is something that probably you might not be able to answer. And that's what the whole theory tries to explain. That what you bring to your attention, or what is brought to the attention of your brain starts to look for it and reinforces the idea of actually that is, you are aware to it. So let me read out some facts just for context. The red car theory, it's also known as reticular activating system or selective attention theory. Selective attention theory. On that note, what's selective attention? You select you select the specific thing that you're going to invest your attention on. That you're very intentional on what you spend time to bring to the attention of your own self. Now, moving forward, suggest that something is for context, the red car theory suggests that once something is brought to your attention, you start seeing it everywhere. This theory is often linked to psychology, explains how focusing on something increases its visibility in your day-to-day life. Explains how focusing on something increases its visibility on your day-to-day life. So whatever you focus on, that's what is visible to you. So if you focus on what you want to accomplish, guess what? That is what you're going to see around yourself. If you focus on the positive, guess what? That's what is going to be visible to you. If you focus on the negative, I bet you know what to expect. In terms of opportunity, the red car theory illustrates how awareness, focus, and mindset shape our ability to recognize and seize opportunity that were previously unnoticed. So before we go deep into looking at how whatever we focus on affects what become available to our environment, let me request you to kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel so that we can continue growing and building this community that believes in personal development as a way to advancing our society. So, back to whatever we make aware to ourselves, that's what we get. How can we apply it in our day-to-day life? What's its application? At least by now we clearly understand how that affects our brain, that what you focus on, that's what becomes visible to you. And what you make aware of your brain reinforces that idea and it brings it to reality. So your brain responds to your own initiative. Whatever you initiate, that's what becomes visible and that's what becomes your reality. So how can we be able to leverage that on the positive side to make sure that it works to our own advantage? Application. One, we can apply to our personal and professional life. Interesting. Having a clear goal aligns your brain to filter and identify the relevant opportunity. So the moment you focus on a specific thing, you are going to, or your brain, to be specific, is going to filter out every irrelevant thing around your environment and only focus on that which you want to accomplish. So that's how important what you bring to the attention of your brain is towards where you want to go. So instead of having a lot of noise coming in all directions of all sort of kind of things, if you can just focus on one thing, your brain filters every other thing else and only shows you what you decide to focus on and the direction that you're taking. The other thing is in the field of business and entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurs who maintain a focused mindset on innovation or market trends are more likely to discover new opportunities. So it's very easy. If you want to get a new opportunity, if you want to get a new idea, it's just a matter of being intentional, of telling yourself that I'm actually in the pursuit of trying to find a new idea. And guess what? Everything around your environment, your brain is going to try to reinforce or is going to try to bring into reality whatever you're focusing on. So it's going to give you scenarios upon scenarios of things that do not exist that would exist and bring and act as an opportunity. So you only not see an opportunity because you're not attentive to look for one, not because it does not exist. The other one is personal growth. Opportunities of self-improvement appears more frequently when actively sought. The only time you get to see opportunity is when you start looking for one. So you can only find an opportunity if you're looking for one. So the only reason you're saying there are no opportunity is because you're not looking for an opportunity. But if you clearly and you decide that you're looking for an opportunity, even if it does not exist, your brain creates a scenario that allows you to configure and come up with an opportunity within the context of your own environment. So whatever you do is to stimulate your brain to be able to think beyond your environment and really try to see what exists of what you're looking for. So whatever you're looking for is subjective to what information you supply to your brain. Whatever you're looking for is subjective to the kind of information that you supply to your brain. Now, I don't want to go very deep, but I want to touch more on the psychological aspect of this, because this actually depends a lot on our own psychology, on our own mindset, on our own thinking. So it's more of something that is a bit subconscious, yeah? And also it explains a lot to do with our own mindset and the belief system that we actually reinforce. Because you can find yourself in a situation where you're not able to perceive. You're not able to perceive what exactly that you want. Or you don't see how you're going to accomplish what you want within the context of your own environment. But if you shift your way of thinking, all of a sudden you start seeing things that you were not seeing previously. Whatever we were saying, that if we tell you how many red cars that you've seen today, probably you might not give us a count. Probably you can't even recall one that you actually saw. Does it mean there were no red cars on our roads? No, they were there. But why didn't you see them? because you are not looking for them. So that's why I'm saying it's really dependent on your own psychology and your own mindset and the way of thinking. You can only find an opportunity if you're looking for one. Now, a quick, brief analysis. So, psychological underpinnings. The brain constantly processes a huge amount of sensory information, but it can filter depending on what you decide to focus on. So that's why focus is so important. And that intentional decision of deciding of this is what I'm looking for, and that is the information that you supply to your brain, and that your brain responds to that. Now, how can you do that? How can you put it into action? So these are the action steps that you can take. 1. Practical application in opportunity recognition. So 1 is conscious effort and visualization. Conscious effort. You're not just waking up and doing all sort of kind of things. You're conscious about what you're spending your hours on and what exactly you're directing your effort to. So by consistently visualizing goals and concentrating on finding opportunities, your brain is conditioned to notice even the smallest cues that can lead to success. So the idea is all about the kind of information that you're supplying to your brain, and your brain is going to respond to that. So the more focused, laser focused you are, the more your brain can uncover even the smallest detail that an average person might not be able to uncover. The other one is mindset shift. This theory emphasizes on the importance of having an opportunity-seeking mindset. A person who expects positive opportunities will see them more often, while someone fixated on failure may only notice obstacles. So those are the two sides. If you have an opportunity-seeking mindset, guess what? Your brain filters every negative information and brings only to your attention the opportunities available for you to advance in whatever thing that you want to advance in. And on the contrary, if your mindset is a negative, depleting, disappointed, frustrated, guess what? Your brain is going to supply you with information that reinforces on the idea of scarcity and disappointment and frustration. So your brain responds to the information that you supply it with. That's how important it is on what you put your focus on. Because where focus goes, energy flows. Where focus goes, energy flows. Now, to sum everything off, let me finish by a couple of lessons that I think we can be able to, or take homes that we can be able to actually get from the red card theory and the whole idea of whatever you focus on, that's what comes into your attention, or the importance of focus towards where you want to go. 1. Focus shapes reality. What you focus on becomes more prominent in your life. To maximize opportunity, it is important to intentionally set your focus on areas that align with your long-term goals. So, focus shapes your reality. Whatever you focus on, your brain responds to that. And whatever your brain responds to, your brain is going to reinforce that idea by creating scenarios that align with whatever you focus on, and that becomes your reality. The second one is the importance of clarity. The clearer your goals, the better your brain can filter out irrelevant information and highlight opportunities that match your aspiration. So the more laser focused you are, or the more you narrow down to the exact thing that you want to accomplish, the more your brain really understands what you're focusing on and is able to filter all the other irrelevant information and only brings to your attention what exactly you need to be able to direct you in the path that you're taking. So if you wanna increase your odds of succeeding in what you want to do, be more clear about what that is. And your brain is going to provide the next immediate step that you need to take in the direction of that which that you want to accomplish. The other one is mindset shift. Is critical to cultivating an abundance mindset versus a scarcity mindset. That goes with no say. I've talked about it earlier. It's a lesson that we can actually draw from that. And it's very, very, very important. Another one, opportunities are everywhere. I can't emphasize on that. Opportunities are everywhere. Just as red cars are everywhere, but you can only see one if you're looking for it. The same way to opportunities. Opportunities exist everywhere, but you can only see an opportunity if you're looking for it. So, the red card theory shows that opportunities are often available around us, but without the right mindset and focus, they remain invisible. Training your brain to actively seek opportunity is the first step towards achieving success. You will never find an opportunity until you start looking for an opportunity. So the earlier you start finding, or the earlier you start seeking for that opportunity, the faster you get. The last one, action follows awareness. Action follows awareness. Recognizing an opportunity is just the beginning. It's your ability to act on that determines the outcome. The red card theory only highlights the presence of opportunity, but also emphasizes on the importance of taking intentional action once opportunity are recognized. Of course, action is the foundational key to all success. The minute that you identify those opportunities doesn't mean that now you have succeeded. It initiates the progress, or it initiates the process, of success. Because now you need to take intentional action with the right mindset and the right consistency, discipline to do whatever it takes, and follow through with feedback, taking the action on a daily basis until now you achieve. So it's important to bring that to your attention, but without the necessary action, then the whole thing becomes a zero-sum game. And time without number in this platform, I've talked about action. And it's something that probably I'll talk for the rest of our time as we engage. That it's all about action and action and action. Every time when you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, do it now, do it now, do it now, do it now. We say that the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The other best time is right now. So not until you take the action right now that you're going to see the results that you're looking for. So do it now, and do it now. But before you even start doing it, start looking for that opportunity. And you'll find it because it exists. See you on the next one, and always remember to show up for your life.